Hey everyone, this is Mr. Beckstrom, and welcome to Calculus 1 for the spring of 2022. Again, my name is Mr. Beckstrom, and I will be your instructor for this semester, so I'd like to welcome you all. I'm making this video a little bit earlier than the start of the semester, so some things may change, but everything should generally be the same here. So I just kind of want to talk to you a little bit about what you need to know in order to get started, the websites that we're going to be using, and go over some important things about the syllabus. All right, so first of all, when you log into the class through Sakai, you'll see an overview page. This has my name, my contact information, my virtual office hours. So that's going to be Tuesday and Thursday from 2 to 3. Normally, if I'm there, you'll be able to find me under meetings. You just go here and there'll be a meeting for that day. If nobody's requested a meeting, then there might not be one. And at that point, just make sure that you contact me either through email or phone number, preferably email. And just let me know that you'd like to meet during that hour and approximately what time you'll be there, so I can make sure that there will be an open meeting. Here's where the welcome video is going to be, and I'm actually making this welcome video right now, so obviously it's not there yet. The Google Sheets calendar, please use this link, and it's going to look like this here. It'll have all of the due dates, all of my office hours, all the quizzes, the tests, the last day to withdraw, the final exam, all that good stuff. And if anything changes, I'll change it on here, and that'll be corrected in real time. So make sure you go to this page here and you save this to your favorites. I use Firefox, so if you just click on here, click bookmarks, and then you can say bookmark this current tab here. All right, so the next thing is Gradescope. Now we will be using Gradescope, which is a website. It'll look like this right here. I've already set up a class for it. And we'll be using this for the first and the third tests only. There's going to be 3 tests and a final exam. So the first and third test will be done through Gradescope. And this is where you're going to take the test on your own. And you are then going to take pictures of each of the test answers. Generally, they'll be somewhere between about 7 to 10 questions, so you'll need to take 7 to 10 pictures. You'll convert those pictures to PDF files, and then you will upload them to Gradescope. And there is lots of help on that in the forums, which I'll go through in just a moment. And then there's my math lab. This is where we're going to be doing our homework. By the way, here's the code for Gradescope. Here's the code for my math lab. So my math lab is going to look like this. Here's the class right there. So you're just going to click on it. On your course home, it should have any available assignments, but you can also click under the assignments link. There's other links here that you can, it's going to be a little bit different than mine is, but for the homeworks, you're generally going to have 3 attempts for each question, and there won't be any time limit. And then you just complete those, and they'll automatically be sent to me, and then I will input those grades into Sakai. All right, so here's the main stuff in order to get started. Let's kind of go down here. Here are the announcements. I don't have any yet, but this is where I'm going to be sending you the bulk of new information. I'm going to send it out to everybody, and it should also send you an email. Here's the syllabus, and there's actually quite a few things that were added to it this semester. So let's go ahead and try to make sure that we're aware of everything. So this has all my contact information, my office hours, description of the course, the requirements. Remember, you need either a TI-83 or TI-84 graphing calculator for all of the tests. You won't be able to use a smartphone or other calculators, so make sure you get one of those two. Here's the book, Briggs Calculus Early Transcendentals, 3rd edition. This talks a little bit about my math lab. Here are your technical requirements here. Again, this is the code from my MATLAB. College policies, they talk a little bit about here about the coronavirus. Now, the academic dishonesty here, academic honesty, excuse me, has been a real sore spot lately. So basically, with the students going online, there's been a lot of cheating, students using other websites or other help, and it's pretty easy to tell when it's not the student's work, and many students have been submitted for academic dishonesty these last couple of semesters. So please make sure that you are only using the required materials, that you're not using any online calculators or any online or offline help. Remember, one of the tests and the final exam are both going to be in person and proctored. So it's important that you learn all the information here in the class. All right, the withdrawal policy, complete. So make sure that you complete the activity. And let me go back to that real quick here. On tests and quizzes, there is a getting started quiz. It's 10 questions. It's just asking some information about the syllabus and other things. Make sure that you take that quiz within the first 10 days of class, or you will be counted as a no-show and withdrawn from the course. We'll go back over here. You can also withdraw if you want to. The final withdrawal date is Thursday, March 24th. If you withdraw by that date, you'll get a W for the class. If you wait after that date, then you will get the grade that you've earned. As far as consecutive absences, if you miss 15% or more of the classes, well, we don't have classes, so in this case it would be assignments, consecutively, then you will be withdrawn from the course with a W if it's before the withdrawal date, and with an F2 if it is after the withdrawal date. All right, here's some other information that you can just kind of take a look at on your own here. Just make sure you read everything. So the grading policy, they made a change to last semester, and they're going to be using the same thing this semester. And there's going to be 3 different methods for calculating your grade using these 3 columns of percentages. Whichever one comes out the highest will be the one that is used for your final grade. So you might want to take a look at this and say, I'm going to concentrate and make sure I do really well on tests. Or maybe you say, I'm going to make sure that I do really well on the final exam and the other smaller things like the homework, the quizzes, and the projects. So take a look at these percentages and just know that we're going to use the scheme that results in the highest final grade for you. So technical difficulties, listen, we all have them times when the internet is out or not working or working intermittently, things like that. Make sure that you don't wait until the last minute to take your or start your homework, because this may come up a lot where you miss it due to technical difficulties. So start it earlier. If you are having trouble, make sure you contact me before the due date. If you contact me after the due date, I'm not going to be able to do anything for you. All right, the tests we already talked about. The first and third test will be done in Gradescope, and the second test will be done on campus through the Center for Academic Excellence. That's the CAE. I've given you some information here below about how to contact them. You will need to make appointments there. It's in the Wynn building on the main campus. And so for the second test and the final exam, you'll need to either email or call them to make an appointment to schedule that proctored test there. Quizzes will be open each week on Thursday, and they'll be due Sunday, the same day that the homework assignments are due. They will be short, usually 4 to 6 question quizzes just on the subjects that you're learning that week. Homework, we talked a little bit about that already. That's in my MATLAB. Here's the code. Just remember there's no makeups for homework, so make sure you get those done on time. And then the final exam, and I think I've already mentioned this as well, will be done through the Center of Academic Excellence. So make sure that you make an appointment for that. And if for some reason you are out of state or not within driving distance of the campus, you can arrange live proctoring at a local college or university near you. That's going to be your responsibility to arrange the proctoring and have the proctoring service contact me directly so I can send them the test and then they can send it back to me. So you are responsible for contacting the college, finding out if they have proctoring services, and then scheduling those proctoring services there. And then you are also responsible for having the college proctoring service contact me. All right, here's the information for the Center for Academic Excellence, where you will be taking the second test and the final exam. There are some computer labs. I'm not sure if they're going to be open this next semester, but you can check on that. Library, so a little bit more on Sakai here. Here's the test dates. Test 1 is going to be February 11th to February 12th, and you can check all of those. The project is going to be open on March 28th, and it will be due April 9th. I'll give you more information about that as well when it gets closer. And here is the Google Sheets calendar link again. Here is a tentative list for all assignments, quizzes, and tests. And that's about it for that one. All right, now let's go back up and we're going to jump over to forums. So forums is really important for communication since we're not going to be having any mandatory classes. So this is where I want you to go when you have questions. So the section math questions, I've already put out 2 subforums here for the Chapter 1 review and the Chapter 2 Section 2. So if you have Section 2.1. So if you have a question about one of these, just go here, go under it, and then just hit reply. Any questions on Gradescope or MyMathLab, go here. For example, if you click on here, here's some important links. If you have, depending on whether you have iOS or Android, there are different free apps that you can use in order to take pictures and convert them to PDFs so you can upload those to Gradescope. Make sure you go over those. Completing online assignments and all that good stuff. Student introductions. I'm asking that everybody puts in at least one student introduction. I like it if everybody could just tell me at least 2 kind of interesting things about you. I started it off here. So let's see, I updated this for this semester, but my son and I are avid reptile enthusiasts. We currently have 4 water turtles, 2 sulcata tortoises, and 4 leopard geckos. So yeah, we've got a zoo, including 2 cats and 2 dogs and 2 goldfish. All right, I was born and raised in Southern California, and I was just thinking about this. I was talking to somebody about this recently. Well, when I was in 11th grade, there was a serial killer that murdered 6 young women near my home and school, and he was dubbed the Claremont Killer. And it was pretty crazy there for a while. We had a whole bunch of FBI and police everywhere, and people interviewing us at the school. Luckily, he was caught pretty quickly, but ask me sometime and I'll tell you a pretty funny story about that as well. All right. And then general discussion here. This is for anything that's really not math related. So if you're looking to get into study groups, or you're looking for partners for the project, anything like that, or you just have some general discussion questions, please put that here and you can just click start a new conversation. So this is the forums, tests and quizzes. The only one that we're going to be doing in here is the getting started quiz, which is required in order to enter the class. So just make sure you go here. It'll be open between January 10th and January 20th. And again, it'll just be 10 questions generally about the Sakai and the syllabus. All right. I don't use email all too often. I usually only use it when I'm trying to contact a subgroup of the class. So, for example, if there are some of you that haven't completed the Getting Started quiz, I can send it just specifically to those people. So that's usually the only time I'll use the email archive. Meetings, we've already talked about that. This is where my virtual office hours will be. If somebody has contacted me and let me know that they would like to meet then. If nobody has, then there's a good chance I won't be here, and you can just either call or email me to schedule an appointment or let me know that you're coming. Resources. This is pretty important here. And it didn't copy over, so I got to do that again. But basically, I have lots and lots of videos from this section here, or from all the sections that we're going to be covering. So, definitely once these sections open up, I would go here and watch these resource videos first, and make sure you're reading the book and asking questions in the forums and working on it during the week. So the videos will be here, and I'm not sure why they're not here yet, but I will work on that again. And that's pretty much all I had for you to start things off. I will go ahead and set up a meeting for the first Tuesday. That will be Tuesday, January 11th at 2 o'clock. So if you'd like to come and ask some questions and talk about things, I'd be happy to meet with everyone. All right, guys, that's it. If you have any questions, please send me an email, use the forums, give me a call, anything you need to do. I hope everybody here has a great semester. Thank you, and have a great week.